What's good, everyone? So, you have to pardon me. I have been doing some shouting and whatnot. So I'm a little hoarse, but I decided I wanted to make this video. Um, Really, this is my rebuttal for a gentleman that goes by the name of Brandon Tantum. Uh, Hopefully, I'm pronouncing his last name correctly. But I was just listening to his video, his vlog, uh, blasting Jay Z on his interview. Now, um, I have to say, Jay Z, everyone is very very adamant about focusing on this man's lyrics, uh, what he has promoted to obtain his to attain his wealth. And what most people do not realize is what he's doing, what he has done. That is an art. That is an art. Most people on the outside who are not of a artistic mindset, they don't understand. They never will. So, Brandon, I wouldn't expect you to understand. I wouldn't expect you to see his artistic methods, as an artist. Now, his troubling, whatever history of troubles that he has, hey, you have to be mindful that every man, woman is entitled to growth, to changing. So when an individual changes his or her ways or their view on life, who are you? Who are you that is so damn great? Who are you to hold his past against him and say that and make the statement that he cannot articulate his words on a political platform. He doesn't know anything about politics. He's saying that, money, it's not about money. No, it's really not about money. It's about respecting humans. It's about respecting one another. I mean, it kills me, because, a lot of Republicans, they do a lot of talking and they feel like just throwing money at a situation is supposed to make it better, but it doesn't. It never has. You know, we still have we still have the we're still dealing with racism. You can throw money at it. It's not going to go away. Understand this, Brandon. It's never going, it's not going anywhere. And we're not talking about it. And I hate to say it, we're not talking about it. And it's a lot of black men and black women who operate with the same mindset that you do, who are out here waving around the American flag. You and what's her name? Hope Coleman. Y'all individuals, y'all running around here talking about respect the American flag and stand for the national anthem. But what you fail to understand is you're living in a country where most people don't even respect you. They don't. They don't even respect you as a human being. I don't know where you live. I don't know what rock you are living under. But they still see you as a nigga. They still see you as a nigga. Whether you want to admit, whether or not you want to admit that or not. And you talk about an individual being a pawn. Let me explain something to you. You are a pawn yourself. You are a pawn yourself. I'm pretty sure it comes off as though you served time in the military. Let me tell you something from personal experience. You are a pawn. You're not a human being. This country that you're living in, that flag, is not a representation of you. You're trying to represent something and you don't even know who you are as an individual. Explain to me, where does your roots run? Do you even know who you are as a human being? No, you don't. You're just another follower. And I'm speaking from the truth. I'm not speaking from alternative facts. I'm speaking from truth, because when you learn who you are as an individual, you don't have the time nor the energy to follow behind someone else. Rather, I'm not, me personally, I am not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat, because I've learned that they are not for the people. They're not. Whether or not you want to admit it or not, they are not for the people. Democrats, yeah, they have their flaws. They do. They screwed up. One is, the Democrats are about just a whole lot of talk, just all talk, no action. And Republicans, they're no better. They're only about making money, making more money for themselves. They're not concerned about the middle class. They're not concerned about the low income families. They're not concerned about you, even though you have possibly risk life and limb to protect the country. They don't give a damn about you. They're just not man or woman enough to tell you this shit to your face. But I will say this much. Jay-Z, what he's saying is not wrong. It's really not. And I've never been a big time Jay-Z fan, but what he has said is real. It's real. Now, you can go on talking about, oh, Trump is, he's bringing jobs and this, that, and the fifth. It's like, where? I'm still waiting. And I'm a business owner myself. I work for myself. But that's one thing that really bothers me is we invest so much time and energy in tearing each other down. But explain to me, Brandon, what are you actually doing in your own community? I see you making videos, but what are you doing in your own community? What are you really doing in your own community? I don't see any of your videos where you're sitting down with the young black youth and educating them. It seems like I'm hearing more and more of your videos where you are just falling into place exactly where the 1 percentile wants you. They don't want you to think for yourself. And of course, you're not thinking for yourself because you don't know yourself. Now, you may take it personal. Honestly, I don't care. I know I'm hitting home because I can say this. When you don't know yourself, you have to find something or someone to cling to. You don't know yourself. It's a lot of black men and black women that don't even know themselves. And they find themselves following a deity that they don't even know jack squat about. They don't realize that these individuals, these deities that you're trying to follow, they are not a representation of you. They are not a representation of you. So while you are investing your time and energy in tearing another man down because He's starting to realize that he has made mistakes. There are errors just like anyone else. But it comes a time where you wake up, you realize a lot of things that you have done was wrong, and then you change those things. See, only a fool would hold another's flaws and mistakes over their heads. Only a fool would do that. Only a fool would do that. So instead of investing your time in not knowing who you are, first and foremost, you need to learn who you are. Learn who you are, and also learn what what this government is really and truly trying to do. Just invest a little time in doing your own research. When you learn who you are as an individual and you start to look back over your own mistakes, you teach, you share what you have learned. Now, once again, I don't condone a whole lot of negative, degrading music. I just, I'm so far past that now. Some of the music nowadays is good to listen to, and then you have to know who you are as an individual and know what you have been put on this earth to do. You will never see me. You will never see me flying an American flag, standing during the national anthem. Because if you've actually heard all three stanzas of the national anthem, I'm pretty sure you'll be feeling just like a asshole. Seriously. So, Brandon, I agree to disagree, but I will have to say this to you, brother. You need to educate yourself. Find yourself. Find yourself. Learn who you are as a melanated man. Stop allowing other people to tell you how to think, and think for yourself. See things as they really are. Stop it, brother. Stop it. Because believe me, we have more than enough of those individuals. Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, just to name a few. Those individuals, they did a whole lot of talking, but they didn't do anything for the black community. They didn't do anything that was so great for the black community. It got to a point where the government just basically told them, hey, either you sit down, you shut up, or you get knocked off. That explains why you don't hear from them now. You don't. But I'm going to go ahead and cut this short. But yeah, Brandon, learn who you are first. When you know who you are first, you don't have the time nor the energy to represent any other country or culture that is not appreciating you as a human being. All right. Have a good night.